Okay, so we're gonna break down some Strickland videos and some Dricus Plessis. I don't even know what this guy's name. Yeah, it's not good. Regardless, I think that's how you say it. Okay, so we're gonna look at Dricus first, and we're gonna see what he does. From what I know, the guy's like rough around the edges. Let's say that. Like he's not slick. Bull in a china shop type fighter. First one we're gonna look at here is Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker versus Dricus Plessis, okay, that's what they're saying. They're saying Plessis. Comes out southpaw. I don't know if he's orthodox or southpaw, but he's coming out as a southpaw. Looks like he switches a bit. Yeah, he's back shifting and stuff. Yeah, very interesting defense there. That's weird. So, well, not weird. Like I've seen it before, but it's somewhat strange, right? It's like a one-size-fits-all defense. Whittaker is attacking, and he goes, rah, both hands up like this, and then just runs backwards square. So he was southpaw, and he like back shifted to orthodox, and then just like runs backwards square like this, which you'll get away from some people like that, but the holes are very obvious to me. So yeah, I don't think that's a good strategy. Never have a one-size-fits-all defensive system. Shell and pray is a bad choice. Although Plessis is like super durable, so he doesn't care. He hasn't learned the hard way yet. He will, just watch. Possibly with Strickland. Yeah, so he's doing pretty decent at keeping the foot line. He's getting off the line and getting around the guy pretty good when in the open stance configuration, right? So open stance, he's drifting towards the right, staying away from the power right hand. Yeah, Whittaker is so good at like covering ground very rapidly. Yeah, there it is again. And that weird ass defense. Just like run straight backwards with both hands up like this. Not like a regular pattern, right? That's not what most fighters see day to day. So they don't have like a pre-programmed response to it. Although if you studied, you'd see it. I believe this pattern will probably exist over multiple fights, not something he just created for Robert Whittaker. So I guarantee you Strickland sees that, and he's gonna try to pressure it. And it looks like the body is open. So that's probably, I would watch for Strickland to go to the body on him. Yeah, he seems to switch stance as soon as you press him. As soon as you press him, he'll back shift into the opposite stance. Yeah, it's like real herky-jerky, ugly style. But ugly can be very good. It's very frustrating. Ooh, jumps on the neck. Okay, so as soon as Robert shoots a takedown, he's wrapping up guillotines instead of like trying to get his legs back and sprawl. I would say that that's probably a bad choice. You're gonna want to sprawl first, and then if you like guillotine, then go to the guillotine. Personally, I'm not a massive fan of the guillotine unless I'm forced to use it. Yeah, and Robert clears over the legs, gets to side control. Plessis looks like he's gonna try to get up here, but Robert's got a good underhook on his leg, keeping him on the mat. Does he have a guard that he can use? Let's see. Doesn't seem like it. Just hip heist back up. Man, that body kick is open on Mr. Plessis here. Nice right hand by Whittaker. Doesn't cut off the cage very well. Right, watch what Robert Whittaker is going to circle here. He's going to circle to his left. And then Dricus is just following him. He's like following him, trying to catch him. He's already over there. You got to circle and cut him off. Walking after him. That juggernaut syndrome, man. But the pressure, right? The pressure. Even if the guy sucks, if he's willing to take shots and pressure you for a decent period of time, it's going to become somewhat difficult. You're going to have to really be selective and pick your shots and be super accurate. That's why I feel like Leon Edwards was so good at beating Covington. He's very, very accurate and very powerful with his shots. Very difficult to just be a juggernaut walking forward. If every time you throw something, you get hit hard accurately. Whole different ball game. And just so you know, I think you'll probably see the same thing happen when we watch John Nguyen on the 19th. This weekend, John Nguyen is going to fight Matteo Vogel for the Unified FC belt, and he's gonna smash him. Yeah, so Plessis makes some good adjustments when he's throwing. Here we just saw it. When he's throwing, he's like maybe planning to kick, but then there becomes a situation happens where the kick, he's too close, like he went to throw the right hand, Whitaker kind of ducked under, and then boom, oh, he's there for the knee, boom, throws the knee. That's something that you don't see amateur fighters be very good at, right? Only high-level fighters are good at this, generally speaking, is changing on the fly, right? You have these pre-programmed combinations, but in the moment, right, something else will appear, right? You're like, oh, I want to throw my right hand and then my left kick, which is what he had just done. He throws the right hand, misses the right hand, guy ducks down. It's like, oh, instead of the kick, the knee is there now because we're close. And boom, he clinches and throws the knee. Not pretty, but effective. Strickland's righty and Duplessis is southpaw. So Strickland works a lot off of his jab, right? And like we saw Izzy stand southpaw to try to shut that jab down. It's going to be interesting to see if Duplessis' southpaw stance will affect Strickland's ability to use the jab. Because Duplessis down to jab. He's down to jab as a southpaw, and he seems like he's really committing on it. I personally would just split my head to the outside and fire the cross right down the middle. You're trying to hit me with the jab as a southpaw? Bro, you're gonna get smoked. Oh, hey. So he's got this head and arm grip. He's got that Ronda Rousey head and arm grip. And now he goes and blocks a leg. Look at how high up on the hip this leg is blocked. I'm not, like, the takedown works, right? It worked. But if you're going Harai Goshi, you shouldn't be on the top of the hip here with the leg. Your leg should be much lower, around like the calf level, knee slash calf. If your calf slash knee blocks his calf slash knee, the throw is gonna have you're gonna have way more leverage on your throw. Also, his base leg is too far away. He should hop a little closer on that one foot. Right, and he would have ended up being in a better position once they hit the ground. You can see that Robert Whitaker is getting his arm back already, so Duplessis is gonna land inside control, but with only the head. He's not in the greatest position, at least unless he knows my new shit, which he doesn't, because I've never seen anybody else do it. It's gonna be difficult for him to maintain position in this here scramble, because Robert can scramble, bro. But he steps over, see, that's smart. So he throws, boom. Okay, he ends up here. Now he's gonna take this left leg and he's just gonna step over to half guard. As soon as you step over the guy, it's like your back is no longer threatened, or at least a whole lot less threatened. Okay, and the further you step over, the easier your scramble becomes. Good, and then right away, he drops this whizzer in to kill Robert's underhook. Man, this guy looks really strong. Looks super strong. Oh, yeah, going for a Darce here. Good attack when the guy has an underhook is a Darce, right? He's gonna try to push the head down, elbows it. And you can see how Robert's really tucking his head into the belly there. That's a good time to Darce. As a rule, I do not tuck my head into the belly when on the bottom of half guard. Try to look the same way as my opponent. Otherwise, Darce City. Yeah, and you can see here, Whitaker, as soon as he starts getting threatened with the Darce, he's trying to bring his head up, right? He's trying to bring that head up and make a strong net. And as soon as the person does that, okay, their head comes up, bang, you can go right back to the elbow. This is a really cool game. I saw Tyron play it very successfully against Darren Till. Yeah, Darren Till with the Darce in that same manner, right? Darce threatened, doesn't work, bang, 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 tucks the head again, boom, into the Darce. Yeah, on top of the guard now. Let's see if he's gonna try to pass or if he's just gonna punch. Beautiful thing about MMA, you don't need to pass guard. You can just punch him. And that was the interesting pass. Okay, he's giving him a massive angle. So he's just running up towards his head with the underhook. I don't know why Whitaker doesn't like try to armbar or maybe even pendulum sweep here, like flower sweep. Opens his legs and then Duplessis underhook the leg, pull it past. Bye-bye to your guard, my friend. Unorthodox, but effective. It's a Darce lover. Ooh, and he keeps going to that, right? Like Darce attack, guy brings his head up, boom, big elbow, just landed it. Just overwhelming him now. Whew, nasty. Heavy hands, man. His shots don't look good, but they're heavy, bro. It's just like everything is dense. I wonder what his genetic makeup is. What is he, Dricus? He's South African? Okay, so that just means everything, right? You're South African, it's like being Brazilian. You're like a bunch of stuff, right? So he's probably got some native African, right? Some Kenyan or something in there somewhere. And then probably some Dutch. Who knows, man? My wife is actually South African, and she's like Indian, black, Jewish, like everything. Oh, cool little back shift there. Whitaker attacks. He shifted back to southpaw because he was orthodox for a sec. And now when he shifts back to orthodox, he's going to bring the hook with him. Luckily for Whitaker, he had stopped moving forward by that point. But if he had, he would have went right into that hook. So Dricus has some tricks. He may be slicker than he looks. I don't know if he's like slick like Strickland, who is also kind of slicker than they look, because when I first saw Strickland, I was like, oh, this guy's ass. But then I like really look at what's happening, and he's super slick, man. He's super slick. That's why you can't really hit him. Everybody just hits forearms. Super ugly, pooey 1-2 to left knee from Dricus. But it doesn't need to look good, man. It doesn't need to look good, which is hard for me because I really am a fan of beauty. Right? Like, beauty is not lost on me, and especially in technical beauty, like the beauty of technique. I really hate it when things look bad. Oh, man. What was that? Was that a jab? What the hell? That barely touched him. Yeah, barely touched him. Right? There's one jab. And look where his head goes, too. Look where his head goes. His head is right in the way of Robert's right hand right now. Like, you could easily split him with that. But if he catches you, yeah, so it looked like he got hit and then Robert parried after. But again, look where Dricus' head is, bro. Like, your head is in the worst position possible, almost. Worst position possible, I believe, is what Johnny Walker did last weekend versus, I can't say his name. I'm not even going to try. The bearded dude. Dropped down. Low kick. And then back to the hands again. Robert slipping. Oh, gets one around the guard. Oh, no. Body shot back to the head. Okay, so that was kind of what I was talking about. This is what Dricus was doing earlier, and then Robert starts doing it once he gets hurt. Watch this defense here. Look, this is I don't know what's happening, but hopefully this blocks it. Okay, this is a bad move. I know people say keep your hands up, and it's obviously better than just having them down, but if you're not individually trying to block or defend the strikes, each one specifically, yeah, something's gonna get through that guard. And Dricus gets around it with the right hand twice here. Boom, again, and then boom, boom, right there. Bang, again, bang, bang. Oh, no, that's a bad time. That's a bad time for Mr. Robert Whitaker. Not pretty, but pretty savage, right? That's pretty sick. So, and he's undefeated, so that's always interesting. Seeing how people deal with losses, because I'm not sure that Strickland's going to beat him, but I would, if I had to wager, I think it's probably going to go to Strickland. I believe his striking system is more sophisticated. Doesn't always mean it's going to win, though. But I would bet on sophistication over brute strength and force. All right, so let's take a look at some of Strickland's work here.